Hey friends, just jumping on here to talk a little real estate. I know I don't put enough of these videos out here, but let's start with one today talking on rental properties and finding a rental. If you're a prospective tenant and you're looking for a new place to live, the most common question I get is, where do I go to find a good rental unit? Well, there's no easy answer for that one. Most landlords are looking to not spend money on marketing and promoting and getting the next tenant because the last few years there's been a shortage of rental units and rent prices have gone a little bit high out there. And of recent, they've started to drop a little bit in rental prices. So there is a little bit of breath of fresh air there when it comes to finding a rental unit that works for you. And there's a lot of inventory coming on in rental units as new condo developments are finished and more units are looking just to get filled. But I caution you with that is living in a unit that's still going through construction. It can be an issue, may not be something you're really comfortable with. Now, let's break this down. You have Facebook, you have Kijiji, you have property managers, and you have realtor.ca. Those are the main things I recommend for people to look for a rental unit. Now, if you're looking Facebook, it's a little bit of a cluster trying to find the right unit to see whether it's a new ad, an old ad. It's a cat and mouse game on there, but landlords are posting them there because it's a free way for them to market their unit. Kijiji's kind of the same thing, but it's a little bit more organized, and you have a lot of property managers advertising their units on there, sometimes with promotional rental discounts, different kinds of things that you can find out there and stuff like that. Other property managers you can call directly, especially if they know they manage a building that you're looking to get in. That's a good way to find a rental unit. And then there are some dedicated websites that are loaded with advertisements in different ways to try and create this one-stop shop for rentals. But unfortunately, the business world works that there has to be money generated from somewhere in order for people to be able to put these products and these websites together, so they don't always work as the greatest tools. Now, some people in using the Kijiji, the Facebook, they've noticed that there's been some fraudulent things, there's been some misleading things in the news, things like that. And I've noticed a lot more potential tenants leaning towards the properties that are listed on realtor.ca with a realtor because it gets them past some of the scams, some of the potential things that could get in the way. And you have somebody who's licensed to showing you a property that's vetted, and there's less chance for little bumps along the road as you go through. Now, let's talk to those landlords that are out there. You're trying to find a rental, to fill a rental, get somebody in that place. Well, I've had some people, I've given them the advice of these different things. They've tried the free options first. They've sat for a few months, and finally we listed on realtor.ca, and we got 4 or 5 quality tenant leads immediately, and we have their unit rented within a couple weeks. Sometimes it takes a month or so to get out there, but the confidence of the consumer is different these days than it used to. All right, let's step back now to what landlords and property managements are doing sometimes with a catch with discounts that can come into with a rental unit these days. I've noticed some rental companies out there are saying, hey, advertised prices is this much for your rent for the first year with free parking for the first year. Well, not always the deal. So I've taken some clients in to see some of these ones, and they're offering 2 free months rent, free parking for a year, all of these little things. But in truth, they're just trying to keep their cap rate high on the building for borrowing reasons, different kinds of reasons, stuff like that. So they may offer you a discount per month for the first year, free parking for the first year, whereas after the first year, there's a charge on top of the parking. Sometimes they give you a free month's rent, but it might not be the first month. It's going to be like the 6th month or the 13th month. There's a lot of different things that can come in there that they're just trying to get you in with the marketing and promotion of the unit. But after a year, you could see your rent jumping by like $300, or you're going to be looking to find a new place to rent again. So there's some of the conditions and things you want to consider when you are looking for a rental unit. But if you want to talk rentals or even buying a house or all those different options, contact me anytime. I'd love to talk, and let's see what we can do to help the process of getting a rental unit or renting your rental unit a little bit easier. I don't like to focus a ton on rental, but the information's not always clear that's out there. Anyways, I'm Jeff Shepard. I'm a local realtor at Remax Solid Gold in Waterloo, and I serve all of Southern Ontario, and I'd love to hear from you.